We got Benjamin Cohen. He thinks, hey, can you turn the volume down, please? Can you turn the volume down, please? God damn it. Excuse, forgive me, Lord. Okay, so he's claiming the 21-week EMA is where Ethereum's going to drop to. Not impossible. Sean, can you turn the volume down, please? Thank you. And, yeah, some people argue with him a little bit and hate him and whatnot, and I think, it is literally nothing. Okay, I mean, gotta like Steno Larson so I can get his posts more often on my feed. But what I find interesting here is that this actually has a little bit of merit in the medium to long term, in the medium term, short term. Not just because of that, but remember, he's on the weekly chart and he's using 21-week EMA. So here I have an EMA pulled up. Length is 21. I'm on the weekly chart. Style, it's whatever. It's not the same one as his, but when I turn this on, we can see that at about 3,400 Ethereum, and right here he's about almost at 3,400 Ethereum about 3 days ago. September 2nd. It was 1 day ago, excuse me. And so it's obviously risen up to catch up with price. This week, this candle is somewhat reverting. There's a little bit of momentum here. I mean, you can't deny that this right here looks a little bit bullish for the time being. God, good lord. Hey, did you turn it down? No, I'm also eating right now. So Lux Algo actually has a liquidation levels indicator. I'm pull this up, we can see actually thick liquidations right here that effectively bought this dip. This basically supports his theory that it needs to, because if it does, even the short-term liquidations get destroyed. Once it breaks down here, of course, people are going to long it right here and blah, blah, blah. But when we go to somewhere like, let's see, let's do CoinInc. Usually the easiest. Yeah. And liquidation heat maps. And still hasn't seemed to realize that I'm in America, so you need English. Thank you, though. If we zoom out, let's do the 1 week chart. It might show up here. No, not quite. Do 1 month, see what that does. Kind of. I mean, my strongest piece of evidence here, looking at these liquidation maps, is of course positions right here. Of course, these definitely ought to get flushed out at some point. This too is also a major cascade. It could propel us to 5,100. But perhaps with sentiment now, we need to go down this far, according to market makers, with their little fun little game they play. But yeah, there is heavy liquidations here. Not as heavy as what's closer to price, but definitely there. And like we see on TV, Lux Algo disagrees that any of this here is significant. That what's really significant here is this. And by the way, on this indicator, yellow or gold color is actually 100x leverage, or, well, the, what's it called? The amount of liquidation money that can be liquidated. Then silver comes next, and then magenta. And we can see that a lot of that there is going to get wiped out if it returns to this, which would be good. A lot less baggage on us. We don't really have any of that crazy levels of liquidations until we go back down to somewhere like 1,200, which nothing to be worried about, honestly. So I could totally see this happening. But if he's wrong, it'd be one of the first time, not the first time, it'd be one of the rare times this run where he's actually been incorrect. I won't hate him for it, excuse me, because he actually had, there actually is some merit and reasoning to this. It actually somewhat makes sense. No, let's see, Fed net liquidity on the weekly. So looking a little bit bearish. Global liquidity, ticker. I see like liquidations here, like it's just putting out random shit. It's okay. I guess I'll look at Bitcoin. It's coming back up this week a little bit. Let's go to the 1 day. That's about more the time frame we're at. And yeah, this is building some decent noticeable strength here. Ethereum, nah, it's not so much. Not as good looking. Solana keeps following this trend where it literally just fought like, and it almost looks like this. You can't even linearly like do this one. You actually have to go logarithmic scale and then literally draw some sort of like regression curve line that's slowly propelling it higher. Every time you get a dip in Solana, I would literally hypervalue it. Like, let's take the 12-hour. Let's go to the. I want to do RSI, but take the Kaijin oscillator for example. I have something else too. What was it? Can't find it here. It's in one of my systems. Ah, yeah. Okay, so I think it's the. Wait, is it? Probably the TSI. From Alpha Abstract, I think. This is one of them. It's okay. I mean, if we go to the 12-hour, every time we've had any of these dips, you've literally seen Solana go to red or orange in value, and that's so far. I mean, if you even based it off of this, or even looked at these last two situations and saw that if you saw it hit orange here, you would be buying and you'd be up right now. Need a good little trade to run, and then of course the oscillator here. Here. It's not really something that we can say that we could have gotten right, but it is something worth noting, I would say. But generally, if we go to the weekly chart and we take, let's look at the SOL BTC ratio and see, like, it doesn't even like reflect it very well. Oh, that's SWI BTC, SOL BTC. Yeah, so like if we even went somewhere like right here and any of these candles and got an entry like here, or even here somewhere, it's a W move over Bitcoin. Let's see, SOL ETH only as of recent, and I need to check my indicators to see if this is working or not. Like, this is actually these sizes are like considerable trend, but. I'll be right back.
What is 4.5 million Indian rupiah to USA?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking fucking Siri. I'm watching his live stream. I'm watching Siri because I'm wondering what his top donor. His top donator is $273.
The inflation is actually insane. Like the inferiority of their currencies, but ours is about to start doing the same thing. So like, are we even like better?
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing about it.
Finally, how long have I been talking about it? Over like at least 2 years now, almost 2 years now.
No, I mean like there's like I don't mean like it's gonna happen slowly or eventually like that. I mean like it's just gonna happen all at once, dude.
The market's going to react like it's happening all at once.
Yeah,
When the money printers go on and the devaluation starts, it's going to take a long time. But people are going to react and try and front run it, and then realize it's not that bad after about 6 months or so. Then the market has a mini bear market of some sort at some point. It's just within the next year to 2 years. And devaluation keeps happening. We enter a mini bear market that's really just a consolidation of about 30% below the current all-time highs. And then people realize, oh shit, this trend is not stopping for fuck, let me start buying again. And then retail starts buying. Institutions that took profit start buying again. And then you got a situation where having systematic trend following, systems and stuff would actually be the only way to win.
Like, can I get on like every single disability thing so I can get like my $800 a month unemployment shit? Like, please.
I mean, you could. I think you have to be 18 now.
I mean, bro,
You could also apply for like food stamps because Obama made the nation so lazy. And when you do that, you literally just take your food and then you sell them as like cheap snacks to people. You can sell them for cheap at school, and then that's like, I mean, that's kind of extreme and not really that worth it. But it's, if you're serious about income maxing, you could low key do that.
Bro, someone has. There's got to be like tax credits that they're not claiming that you can get for like claiming me on your taxes.
Me?
For them.
Who's them?
Mom and dad.
And I think they're getting all the benefits they can get. Dude, everyone's trying to get as many benefits as they can. Taxes drain the life out of you. Imagine you get taxed to make your money, just for you to invest it to hope to offset the taxes, and then you get taxed so much that you think you got a 30% year-over-year return on Bitcoin, and you actually only get like 19% because of taxes.
I have a question.
What?
I've heard that you can file taxes even if you're under 18 if you have a job.
I think so. I really don't know. I actually don't.
So can I apply for tax returns or tax credits?
Ask somebody that's an expert on taxes. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably something I should know, but I low key do not care about tax. Like, do what? I gotta lock these systems out. Okay, yes, it's still printing negative, still fading this. And it is, it's not gonna repaint, so that's valid. Yeah, these ones held up positive, medium term, I guess. It might need to be a little bit faster than that, low key. I think the Gaussian channel held up, yeah. It'd be a shame if like TradingView like fucked up my settings and like, oh, that'd be so bad. This is still negative. This is printing negative. But we gotta set the setting correct for this indicator specifically. 0.17 positive. 0.17. My shift's still negative. VAW DEMA. Do that later. And on 2-day I might as well. Yeah, it's still positive, this is still negative. Kaijin Oscillator holding up positive is a little bit concerning, but also interesting. Amazing, okay. Still my oscillator. It's back in neutral territory as of right now, so we'll print that. What does a 4-day chart look like? Okay, that might have a positive momentum print. Yes. It's printing that right now, so give that a positive 1. I doubt this might not even be showing momentum of anything. Yeah, still negative. DEMA on the 4-day, it was literally on the verge of okay, yeah, so that broke the straw. So that's negative. Just pretty big deal. Yeah, this one I can't get the settings right on that one. Oscillator, adaptive kernel. Still at a neutral state. And 1-day EMAs. Probably both still negative, I'd imagine, yeah. Showing some potential momentum back up, but nothing serious. 0.19. I don't think I logged yesterday's value, or the other day. I didn't log any day's value, apparently. These did stay the same, unfortunately, but that's fine. There's negative 0.19. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Alright, so this is a positive ROC. I don't have my fork. Can't eat my food. Gotta throw a party for my day one. Dude, the more I think about it, the more I realize how rap music plays like low frequency, low IQ garbage. Even hip hop music that like actually has no intricate craft or anything to it. And it honestly is so much easier to get dopamine from than anything else complex. But like after a long period of time, whenever I listen to like classical music or like any orchestral music from like a game soundtrack or a movie soundtrack, the longer like you listen to it, the longer the dopamine hit lasts, or the even the motivation or whatever it is. Versus like you literally just get a quick hit from rap and then that's it, and it feels so exhausting to even just listen to it. Imagine trying to. I used to try and sing along with rap, and it was honestly so tiresome to even try and like keep up with that. Even if I knew all the lyrics, it was like, dude, I can't stand this anymore. Maybe that's just me developing some sort of intolerance for degeneracy. I hope the Lord is blessing me with this, but who knows. Alright, let's see. This recorded correctly? Oh, looks like it to me. Still positive, still positive. Looking good. Yeah. Okay. So channel, and I shift. Drop this down, hit 70. Still positive, still neutral. No changes to the technicals. Oh, we got 3 more actually. I wonder how these are gonna look. These are more like short-term indicators, but these honestly belong in the Mayas. I don't know why I have these as inputs here. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll do this. Back. Mayas. Go here, copy these. I should be able to, like, just for free, paste them back in here. And when I look at this, it factors everything. So, yeah, negative 0.5, negative 0.5. Okay, so actually, still a plus rate of change, but this number changes slightly. And I reckon I'll keep them in the Elias. Nah. Just remove the number. And this actually still 0, same from over there. Let's see, standard deviation, trend, still positive, still hanging in there, and 4 down this one. It's on 3-day stay. Okay. This is an indicator that we really need to like see. Okay. Did I get a message back from that guy, by the way? Who did I get a message from? Like they keep saying that my stuff isn't original. This was back in May 5th, and I never opened up this message. This is so long ago. I think I already dealt with this. Alright, whatever. The most I did was copy, like, I think I copied a smoothing property off of someone else's EMA indicator to make my own EMA indicator, and after that it was just, like, literally my own shit, my own calibrations as well. Whatever, though. I don't really care. This guy said $500 for the code of this indicator. Okay, yeah, still moving downwards. Okay, now we go to the charts. Probably positive. That looks positive to me, yeah. I checked that this morning. Sure, it's a positive value now. Okay, and then for this one, all I do is go to the one-day chart and type in GLI and just look at the indicator. It's okay, I mean. Generally trying to resume an uptrend. I keep it there. Actually, let's be a little bit more honest. 0.53. Yeah, this was unchanged the last 2 days. Incredible. Incredible ROC we have there. Alright, and as for the mean reverting, I don't see much of a point of that. I think now all I really need to do is do some ratio analysis, I suppose. I'll keep that in the recording. We've been at 23 minutes. We're making pretty decent time. Might as well. Just remove these indicators. Gonna keep that off. Let's quickly check the VAMs though for Bitcoin. I haven't done that yet. 1 week though is not what I'm looking at. One day. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it two-tapped the VAMs, the bottom range, and it's now swooping up, making a swing low. Like it does in typical VAMs fashion. This could be sustainable. I think we looked at ETH. Yeah. I would argue it still needs to come down, yeah. Cohen might be onto something. Well, 3,400 looks extremely unlikely. But, just to my expectations, it's very, very good that I saw that. So. Yeah. See, it was strongly trending downwards. It started mean reverting. And it's currently trying to figure out which way to go. On the 1 week, let's see. Yeah. So I'd say for uptrend confirmation on the weekly. We'd probably need to pass somewhere like 20 exactly. And where it crossed 20 was about right here. We had this move and then it sustained up here. And then, yeah, so it's a flatten out. So what I'm looking for here is, although it's already at 20, it's already above 20, it failed to trend lower. Maybe it needs to come lower a little bit and mean revert a little bit longer against Ethereum before it goes. Or we need some kind of level like 24. And if it moves up beyond this, we can begin to enter. I'm leaning more towards it has to drop down first, though. It's going to take a long time to do, isn't it? Sol BDC. Yeah. Fake this out right around here. Still needs to cross above that. I say I wouldn't even rotate into Solana until it crosses above that and we get something like this again. I think in early 2024. Which we can get. Sui looking like shit. Still mean reverting as it should. Same thing here. Sui actually, due to how old the asset is, it's not even that old. It's actually a great opportunity. I think Sui should remain on the radar. Like, looking at this reminds me of the general analysis, which is that Sui is like could be the next Sol or whatever. Okay, cool, maybe not. What I'm more concerned with is like metrics like these where you can clearly see that the Sui to Bitcoin ratio, for example, once it finally starts to come back and it crosses this, it's most likely going to cross this for a sustainable trend. It could go to here, it could go even higher, but the fact of the matter is, once we get close to this area, we want to be like heavily rotating to catch that, take advantage of that. I think I have Sui ETH as well. Yeah, not quite down to 20, but it bottomed out here, so I'd imagine that, you know, your trending range would probably be like 30. Same thing. When we see a swing low and we see some considerable momentum at this line, heavily considering it as well. And Sui to Sol, probably the same story, I think. Or a similar one. A little bit further to go. Huh. May not even have to look at Sui to Sol. I remember we were looking at this and thinking like, still mean reverting, it's literally still going down. We were like not buying it. Now it seems to be reversing. But I find this more of a fluke than anything. I would need to see Doge at least 27 or so. I'm kind of making these numbers up. There's no mathematics behind them, but generally, like, when you see a decline, and you see a swing low built here, it's like, okay, could this be it? Could this be our next swing low? ADX seems to be opting for that right now. But it also could be looking at this and thinking that actually it's thinking that the downtrend is to resume a little bit harder, and it's finally going up, and it says, yep, we're strongly trending, but it is downward. Not really, but no, I don't think it's doing that. Litecoin to Bitcoin, Litecoin to ETH, Litecoin to Sol. Litecoin rarely has its moments, and when it does, everyone fucking gets mad. ETH BDC, yeah, mean reverting. Yeah, on the weekly, ETH BDC honestly like fucks you in the sense that, you know, you really don't start entering until about here. Now on the daily chart, that's a completely different story. On the daily chart, you view this as potential mean reversion, and then like around here or so, okay, we're gonna trend confirm this and enter once it hits about 20, and then you actually end up catching like basically this entire move here, which when we go to Ethereum, it's basically what we have. That's where we're still in. We're still in Ethereum. Yeah, green line. We are still in Ethereum. We didn't get in here. We actually bought in a little bit late. We're sitting on a 49% gain right now. At the top, for those curious, it would have been like 66%. I don't really care. It's going to go higher. Still in 50% cash there, and it looks like the mean reverting is real. Yeah, it's having a nice reset here. Honestly, just need to see a swing low form on Ethereum. Let's do the TSI. What other indicators did I have? On the 1 week, let's see. Yeah, around here, same thing. If I followed this, which I didn't even know this indicated till like here, if I followed this strictly, I would have secured about the same gains. Buying these bobs is always a good idea.